What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Today I'm bringing you, as you can tell by the title, it's the Son of Kratos knife by Shade Indonesia. So, the way I came across Shade Indonesia was through Eric from Outer Limitless and Scab from Choir Boys Cutlery. They graciously let me be a part of a review circle, which they passed this knife around, and it was actually called the Dark Horse 2. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Either my review on that or Eric from Outer Limitless or Scab's review. It's almost like a modern kukri, like almost like a fantasy slash like just apocalyptic kukri. It's awesome. It's freaking badass. But the thing about Shade Indonesia is it's not just a look, right? It's not something you're gonna hang on your wall. They're actually functional user knives. I mean, you could beat these knives up and not have any fear of them breaking or messing up on you or falling apart in your hands. You know, they're actually quality, which is cool. You know, it's a cool niche, which I like, because you get still the fantasy aspect of it. You still get that cool design, that cool look, but yet you could still use this damn thing and have it hold up on you. You know, not fall apart. So yeah, so I once I tried it out and I tried that blade they sent me, I fell in love, man. I was like, man, this guy knows what he's doing, you know. And the main guy over there is Shaney at Shade Indonesia. He's a big boss. He's awesome, dude. Really cool dude. And he knows what he's doing when it comes to making knives. He's a master of his craft, man. He's an awesome knife smith, knife maker. You know, that blade went through like 4 or 5 different people beating the hell out of it, and after you clean it up, it looks like it's brand new. That thing, it holds a great edge and great heat treat. He has it down. He has knife making down. So after I tested that, I was like, man, I hit him up on Messenger and I said, hey man, I saw a knife on one of his designs that he had, and I wanted it really bad. And that was he has the Kratos, Son of Kratos, and Baby Kratos. There's 3 different sizes. So I went with the middle size because the big one is freaking big. I mean, the big one is like a 16-inch huge blade. And I was like, the in-between one is still pretty damn big. It's like about a 10-inch blade. So I was like, I'll do the 10-inch blade one. And I hit him up and he said, yeah, how do you want it? And it was cool about him too. For me, he did a little bit. I want a little bit of the satin finish. They do have that like pitted like black tar look on it, which is his style, which I get. It's still cool. A lot of the blades are still cool, but on this particular blade, I wanted that satin finish because the way the blade looks, which I'll show you right now. If I was getting any other knife from him though, like a lot of his, like the swords and stuff he has, those are, I mean, that I'll keep it the way he made it, because those are unique to his design and they look badass. But this one here, I for some reason I wanted a satin finish because it's just a big, beautiful blade. So, and as you all know, Kratos is the god of war. You'll see that from the video game God of War. They have a blade. This is his interpretation of that blade, and it's freaking badass. Absolutely love it. I fell in love with that design. So it's so unique, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful design. But before we start, I'm going to show you a fantasy blade that is what we're used to seeing out in the market, right? And just just junk, right? So here's something that you would see normally at like any mall knife shop or swap meets or yard sales. You come across stuff like this, and cheap. It's cool, fantasy looking, pot metal. You hit this against anything, probably hit this against cardboard, it'll probably break one of these off. Just a cheap knife, little design, decorative, just totally meant for looks, nothing else. And then look at this. The blade is even loose in here, so I would be nervous. I wouldn't swing this around. If you swing this around and just hit this against the log, this thing might pop back and hit you in the face. This is made out of pot metal. It doesn't have it just says stainless china on it, so I'll tell you right there. But so used to everyone, including myself, is used to seeing fantasy blades like this, right? This is what we're all seeing out there on the market, is stuff like this, But what Shaney from Shade Indonesia brings is just another level of badass and functional. Let's get to it. Enough talk, right? Enough talk. Let's see here. So let's start with the sheath. Awesome leather sheath. Beautiful stitching. Has a clasp here that holds the blade in. You see there. Has the buckle here, so if you want to do it either scout carry, or you can even throw in another blade here to piggyback it if you want. You still have the option to use it as a normal bout loop. Dangler here. Nice thick leather. Smells good. Well constructed, just well constructed. Look how thick that is. Just well constructed leather sheath for it. All right, let's get into this blade. Check this blade out, man. Fell in love with it as soon as I pulled it out. And a lot of my friends are into knives and stuff, so when I get new ones, they want to come see it. I have friends come over and let me check out that new one you got. And they were all blown away by this one, all of them. Look at this freaking thing. It is so badass. I mean, so badass. And then there's a logo right there, Shade Indonesia. I mean, look at this freaking thing. Came razor sharp, and this is actually a sharpened swedged here. I would say it's not as sharp as the blade part here. I mean, can you hear that? It's close. It's like 99% sharp compared to this. So, I mean, it's still, when you do a back cut with it, I mean, you're slicing. You're not going to tear. It's going to be a slice on the back cut. I mean, that's how sharp this thing is. It'll cut paper at the backside. So I'll tell you that right there. So that tells you something right there. It's not necessarily shave sharp on the back swedge as the front one is, but it's just, let's just do a drive-by with this. Look at this freaking thing. Damn. Beautiful, beautiful brass bolster, or I'm sorry, brass guard. I love how the handle feels so good in the hand. I got decent sized hands, and man, it feels so good in the hand. You can even go back like there, and it's like a kukri style handle. This right here is, I requested a different, I forget what it comes with. I think it's Makita or something like that, but I requested the rosewood handles because it has that beautiful, beautiful, almost like darkened pattern in it that I like, and it went good with the satin finished blade. The one that, if you get the original, if it comes just how it comes, normally this is all black. This is all black and like pitted in there, which make it look like, apocalyptic, kind of like a dark, and the handle's black. So, but I just wanted to go a little bit on the other side with it. Get a little bit of the lighter version, I guess, like the two evils, right? The other one's the dark side. This is the light side. So I'm on the light side of the force, as you would say. But just look at that design. I mean, just an amazing, amazing design with those, I mean, just fit and finish is flawless, freaking badass. Everything is just, I mean, everything's solid, put together, really solid on there. I love it. Even this little design there in the back. Look at that. It's about a 1/4 inch thick, maybe a slight under 1/4 inch thick. Full tang, definitely full tang construction. Man, it's just absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Shaney at Indonesia, he just knocks it out of the park. Him and his team, again, they're another one to look out for. They're another one to keep your eye on. So this one is 5160 steel, and that's mainly what they use. And let me see what it says here too. Yeah, it just has a date on it. It says 5160 2023, son of Kratos. So if you can imagine, they have the other one. They have the mini one is like a baby one, so it's half the size of this. But then they have, if you could imagine, the bigger one. They have one that has like a 16-inch blade or something. It's just ridiculous. For me, this is I love big blades, but this one here is what to me it aesthetically looked the most pleasing, and it's just freaking bitching. I haven't seen a design like that, man, in a long time. A design like this, with this type of style and stuff. The way they executed this son of Kratos, or I should say Kratos blade, God of War blade. This is something you'd want to go to war with, man. And since it has that kukri style handle too, I mean, this thing it's fairly manageable in the hand. I mean, you could. It's not too thick right here. It's kind of thin, so you get really good purchase and you can get really good action with it. Very fast in hand for as big as the blade is. You'd think it'd be a little bit heavy, a little bit slow, and then the chopping power this creates is, oh man, ungodly. I'll have to do another video where I do some more demoing with this outside. Right now, I don't have time to do a full review, actual demo review, but I had to show you this to you guys. I was too excited not to keep holding this off. You can see right there, it has their logo right there. Man, just freaking beautiful. And just to show you a size comparison, I brought out everyone knows, just because I brought this one because most people know this one a lot, is the Undertaker buoy by who is this by? Oh yeah, Condor Undertaker buoy. So let me just show you the size here. So this is a big buoy. This is a pretty thick, big buoy. This one's known for having a wide, fat belly, but damn, doesn't hold a candle to that belly, dude. Look at that. So I mean, it gives you a size comparison here and how this looks, and that fat belly. And almost has like, and again, this is, I guess, also too, if you'd say it's like almost like a tracker style, they would say, but not really. It's a little different than tracker. And I like trackers. I'm a fan of tracker. I know some people hate them. It's either love them or hate them, right? Tracker blades, but This one is just a little different. It just have the swoop here, and then you got the little bit of a point, and then another big swoop. I would say this one's a little bit more in the line in the family of what's that one by Tops? Man, my mind went blank right now. But there's a blade by that Tops does. That's not the tracker, because they do a tracker, but they do another one too. And that one is, like, to my opinion, the more this is in that family of style. I guess you could say it's a style of a tracker, more of a stretched out, modified version. But man, I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got to say about this one for now. And all right, until next knife, gun, or whatever.